Turn off the TV. It's time for the Pope. Oh, the Pope is back for another glorious Wednesday Mass here. Got some technical difficulties, that's why it started just a little bit later than usual here. Mac Driver's here. Everyone's here. This is #1 fantasy football show in Thailand, and now the ratings have been in. It's also #1 in Australia and Austria here. Mac Driver's fantasy football show is taking over the world by storm here. The next on the totem pole is South Asia. We get South Asia, then we're really cooking and moving here. Maybe we get into the Middle East here. Well, I know the Middle East people, they really like popes out there. Intel's already told me about that here. But let's get on to the power rankings for fantasy football here. Not many changes this week here. A lot of things staying the same here. We'll rattle off these pretty quickly here because, again, there's not many changes. Staying at last place, it's no shocker here. It's again going to be Mike here. He's on a 4-game win streak here, but he's still silent as ever here. He's been invited to the Poop Shoot Discord multiple times already. He's been told, he's been emailed, he's been called, he's been paged, he's been faxed. He's still not here. So until then, he's not getting anywhere higher than 12. Honestly, if there was 13, I'd put him 13 at this point here. This man's dead. #11 is Vienna Beef Wiener Breath here. I say this every single week here, and I mean it every single time that I say it here. I have no idea what this man is doing here. It's just unreal here. The last I heard is that he's still been working at Gene and Jude's and the Vienna Beef Factory here. I think that's where all of his motives are going here. He's in a plethora of wieners right now. He's what you would say a porn star's dream. A plethora of wieners here. Not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Not sure if it's gay porn, straight porn, transgender porn, whatever everyone's into these days. I really don't know here. Coming in at #10 is going to be Charlie, staying the same here. #9 is going to be Matt here. He's staying the same. Now, #8 should be no surprise here. We talk about this once every single fantasy football show here, and it's the up and down season of Monica. Monica goes now to 8th place, dropping 5 places here. She's up, down, she's all around here. She can't stick to getting 1 win in a row at this point here. #7 is going to be Rob. He's staying the same here. Staying the same, not going anywhere. The man just can't catch a break here in fantasy football right now. He just really can't here. He's 2-6 right now. I still think he makes the playoffs here. He needs a lot to happen though. Moving up 1 spot, it always hurts me to say when this player moves up 1 spot. That's bitch. Moving up 1 spot here. Dropping down to #5 now is going to be Ariana. She drops 2 places here. She's got a very, very tough road ahead of her right now. #2 jumping up 2 places now. I'm sorry, #4 jumping up 2 places. Matt Driver's going to go ahead of himself here. That's going to be Eric jumping up 2 places to #4 here. #4, he's back to 500 here. He's put together a fantastic 3 weeks here. #3 is going to be the Pope. Mac Driver here jumping up 1 spot here. #2, Broderick, and #1, Amanda here. There's not enough that can be said about Amanda here. Best team in fantasy football here. Let's get to our matchups here. My favorite part of the fantasy football show here. Let's look at last week's picks by the Pope here. I had myself over Monica, I was correct. I had Amanda over Charlie, I was correct. I had Eric over Ariana, I was correct here. I did choose Rob over Broderick, I was incorrect here. I chose Bitch over Matt, I was correct there. And Mike over Wiener Breath, I was 5-1. That is the best week that Mac Driver has put up for the predictions here. He's getting pretty damn Nostradamus here. But let's go to this week's matchups here. First one on slate is Mac Driver against Charlie here. Matt Driver right now, I am starting Mark Ingram over Robinson at running back here. And a lot of people are going to think that I'm a crazy mother effer here. Robinson right now is questionable. I did pick up his backup, Carlos Hyde. But here's the deal. Jacksonville is playing Buffalo here. I'm not going up against my own defense here. Mark my words, Mark Ingram's going to blow out here. Charlie on the other end here, she's on a 2-game losing streak here. She's up and down just like Monica here. This is the worst season that Charlie's had in the poop shoot here. We'll say this again. It is the worst season of the... God damn it, motherfucking cat. It's the worst season. Oh, it's the worst season that she has had in fantasy football. No question asked. And now she's streaming another Philadelphia running back here. She's whoring out Philadelphia running backs. But the win is going to Mag Driver, of course, here. The next game on slate here is Mike versus Monica. Mike is now, again, he's on a 4-game winning streak here. He is one of the hottest teams in football here. He may or may not get Devontae Adams back this week, but he is out of Aaron Rodgers here. We're going to have to stick to the love of Jordan here. Monica, she has 3 players on a bye this week. You can't make this up here. 3 players on a bye. She's on and off here. You just can't say anything about Monica right at this point. Mike does get the win on this one. Matchup of the week here. Eric versus the habitual Rams fan. Yes, I said Rams fan in this one here. Eric's on a 3-game winning streak. He's extremely hot right now. He's back to 500. He knows this is where he wants to be, but he wants to keep moving up here. The Rams fan still has Mahomes at quarterback here, and Mahomes is still throwing interceptions here. Word on the street is that Patrick Mahomes' brother is going to be at the Green Bay Kansas City game, and it's going to whore out to the entire Green Bay locker room and Kansas City locker room. What that means is Patrick Mahomes is going to have another very bad game here. The win goes to Eric, though. He's hot. He takes down Broderick here. I'm sorry, he takes down the Rams fan. Get it straight here. Next one is Bitch versus Rob here. Very interesting matchup here. Bitch got very lucky last week. I believe you won by less than 0.18 points here. That is the narrowest win of the poop shoot, I'm pretty sure, in all the history here. Rob, he's a little devil, though. He snaked out Adrian Peterson. Now Adrian Peterson may not even do anything. He may not do shit for this entire time here. But the win's gonna go to Bitch here. It always pains me to say here. I hope Rob, and I hope it happens, and I hope this man turns it around and proves me wrong here. The man can't catch a break, simply. He must have stepped on a crack and broke his mama's back. Next one is Amanda versus Vienna Beef Wiener Breath here. Vienna Beef Wiener Breath is on a 5-game losing streak. I have to go to the archives, but I'm pretty sure that is the longest I think I said winning streak. It's a 5-game losing streak, and I'm pretty sure that is the longest losing streak in poop shoot history here. The question of the matter is now, we saw how Aaron Jones performed against Arizona. Packers had no wide receivers. Aaron Jones definitely got the call here. Now this week, they're having Aaron Rodgers here. Aaron Jones is going to have a tumultuous game here. The dub goes to Amanda, not because Amanda's on an 8-game winning streak, not because she's got the best in fantasy football. It's because right now she's got Aaron Jones here. The question is who she picks up as her quarterback here. I didn't check that out here. Last matchup of the week here is going to be Matt versus Ariana. Matt's team is a complete fired up shit show. He's got players injured, he's got players on a bye, he's got players on COVID here. It's a complete shit show of a mess here. It's a bigger shit show than Kenosha, Wisconsin was on August 25th, 2020. And if you don't know what date that was, that's when pretty much everything was up in flames. Ariana, though, you could also say she's about maybe August 26th, 2020 in Kenosha, Wisconsin here. Because now King Henry's potentially out for the whole season. He may miss 8 to 10 weeks here. He may get them back for the NFL playoffs, but not the playoffs that matter, the fantasy football playoffs here. Interesting to see how she recoups with that here. Because now Rob obviously picked up Adrian Peterson here. And then also Ariana has had Henry Ruggs here, and we all know about Henry Ruggs driving 156 miles per hour and killing somebody. He had a loaded gun in his car. Vegas will be Vegas here. I guess what happens in Vegas doesn't stay in Vegas here because this motherfucker really fucked up here. Let's get on to the points of the poop shoot here. Like I said before, in the matchup section, injuries and COVID situations are piling up here. The entire Packers organization's got COVID-19 here. I heard they're going to get up Shane Falco from the replacements and do that game with them here. It's crazy here. Michael Thomas heard the news about Jameis Winston and his potential quarterback being Taysom Hill or Trevor Siemian. He just said, fuck it, I'm done for the rest of the year. And honestly, I would have said the same exact thing here. Trevor Siemian, Taysom Hill. You pick your poison, you're still fucked either way here. So now let's get on to a little court TV action here with Henry Ruggs III. Word on the street is Henry Ruggs is going to call up Gordon Bombay as his defense attorney. Now, the weird thing about that is Gordon Bombay could not even win his own defense against his own DUI. Let's just put it this way. Henry Ruggs is going to be spending a lot of time behind bars. He's going to be dropping a lot of soap here. He may be signified as the signified soap man. He might even be called the soap dispenser because he'll be dropping it so much he'll be falling out of his goddamn hands here. He's gonna get munched here. And lastly here, Aaron Rodgers with COVID here. We keep talking about COVID here. I don't really like COVID-19. Aaron Rodgers may have had the vaccine, may not have had the vaccine. He said he's immunized. Really don't know what that means here. Give me layman's terms. I think that means he just fucked off here. So let me tell you something. Mac Driver is going to be in Green Bay, Wisconsin this weekend here. Mark my words. I don't say this, a broadcast around the whole damn universe. I don't care. Mac Driver's getting a Ronald Reagan mask. I'm going to Walgreens. I'm taking all their vaccinations. I'm pounding it up. I'm going to go to the Packers GM's house here. I'm going to pick the GM up. I'm going to force him to drive me to Aaron Rodgers' house, and I'm going to shove every single vaccine down Aaron Rodgers' throat. Have that for a booster shot here. Shit. It's open up the time here for anybody that like to say their piece, have their piece. Anything they like to mention here, Matt Driver is all ears.
Yeah, I got something to say. This is Family Man.
Whoa.
First time, long time.
Yes, sir.
You mentioned that 5 games losing streak is the longest in Poop Street history. Lest we forget, the Ryans 1-12.
Oh, Mac Driver forgot about that. We're gonna go in the history books and we're gonna go look at that here. Mac Driver forgot about that. We cannot forget the 1-12 season that Ryan put up here. That's the shittiest performance I've ever seen in my life here. Great call out, family man. A true family man at that here. A family man who supports my family business. A family man who's always here on every single Wednesday mass here. A true family man that everybody should always look to. When I have a Hallmark holiday movie here and I see a family man, I think of you, family man here. You are the epitome of what a family man needs to be here. Thank you for joining Mass, as always. Does anyone else have some piece of kind, if anything else to say? Well, that will conclude this Wednesday's Mass here. It's been another amazing Wednesday Mass here. We got some people chiming in here. Some great matchups to be played this week. The habitual Rams fan, we'll see what happens here. He says he's not a Rams fan. He says he's a Stafford's fan, and that's a bunch of bullshit here. So good luck, everybody. You'll see me in a couple days here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. I may even try out to be the new Packers quarterback. I don't know. We'll see what happens this weekend. Everyone take care. Good luck, except to you, Mike.